So much of the world knows Bob's music and knows who he is, but they don't actually know what he went through or like what he was like.
Best of Daddy.
Give a thanks, you know? Yeah, man, as I hold a reverence, you know? Yeah, man. Today's video, yeah, we'll be talking about or we'll be discussing, you know, the Bob Marley One Love movie, you know. A lot of ones is not in agreement with how the movie put forward, you know, from the lead actor, you know, to ones who are not in the movie. Yeah. So that will be the discussion today, you know. A podcast, Overcome podcast, where, you know, Meskel and myself will try to, you know, enlighten based on the limited, even the limited knowledge that we have, you know. So we start it off with a repost. And the repost is from the eye Ziggy Marley. Yeah, man. Where the eye is trying to enlighten ones and ones. You know, that the movie is about, you know, the human side of the Marley, gang Marley. You know? So that's the repost for the day. Check it out.
Father was a good human being, you know, that's legacy really. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It have nothing to do with the music. The music come after the human being, not before.
The Meskel sounds. Enlighten the ones them, you know, about the Bob Marley One Love movie.
Fix up life, yeah, magical, Meskel. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about Marley movie, the One Love movie. So, first and foremost, I would like to say as a former tour guide, or possibly the tour guide in Jamaica who know more about the history of Bob Marley than possibly any other tour guide, hands down, you know, yeah, arguably, but yeah man, Bob Marley's legacy is one that I have delved into for the quite a good time. I've done more than 7 years of research and understanding Bob Marley's life. And it's not because of me never born in a Bob Marley time or whatever, because some people are use age to define some of the people who feel, you know, that the movie didn't live up to their expectation. But the truth be told is that if you went to see this film and you don't like the film that you saw, it would only be because you don't know the history of Bob Marley's life and because you might feel as if that the movie should have been more dramatic, have more of his family business involved. And for also the record, for those who are saying that the Jamaicans should have more lead roles and stuff like that. Let's jump right into that part of it, right? But Bob Marley's movie is not a drama movie. It's not about Bob Marley's family. It's not about, you know, the women them that he had. It is about the realness of Bob Marley. It is talking about a time period where Bob Marley experienced a certain level of life-threatening situations which involve him health and also his own personal safety. This is a time in 1976 when Jamaica was filled with a lot of, you know, political violence. It was a time that was basically shaping the life of Jamaica and also shaping the life of Bob Marley as a ghetto youth, among others like Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer and many others from Trenchtown at the time. And many other rural and, you know, inner city communities around. Seeing? So this was a very terrible time, you know. In the 70s to the 80s was a very terrible time in the history of Jamaica. So this picture, a 20-year-old youth, a 19-year-old youth, you know, a 20-year-old youth, basically, you know, even up to his 30s, because the movie actually started from 1976, basically up to 1978. Exodus was voted the album of the century, and One Love was voted the song of the millennium. Hence the reason why they would even use that part of his history to tell you about his life first and foremost. So if I was making a movie, I would make the movie around his most revered time of his life. And even within that time of his life, there was so much layers of information that them just take a little part of it and give it to you. And who are complaining mostly are the Jamaicans who do not know the history of Bob Marley's life. And it will make us look so stupid as Marcus Garvey, which is Bob Marley's most, one of Bob Marley's most revered person apart from Haile Selassie. He would tell you that if you don't know your roots, then you're not going to know where you go. So because we don't know our roots, we spend so much time at cuss over the movie. It not bring out this, it not bring out that. How come Damien never in the movie? Damien was not born at that time. And Damien was born in 1978, where the movie basically finished. Damien was born several months after Bob Marley came back from self-imposed exile after being shot in 1976 and spent almost 2 years, which is about 18 months, yeah, in exile, self-imposed exile, to figure out his mindset, what is happening with him, what is happening with his family, his children. So if you don't know that history, or don't know the history of Bob Marley in general, you will never understand this movie. And so you will talk about, the actor being Kingsley Benadir and Lashana as two British actors. I remember when they put out the audition, the advertisement for audition for persons to come and audition for that movie. And they said that they have searched far and wide in Jamaica and they could not find somebody to play the role, an impressive role of Bob Marley. So they decided to go elsewhere to look for other persons to act the film. Basically, I had to play Bob Marley's and Rita Marley's part. So, and also, in that sense of the Jamaicans, the movie is laced with a lot of Jamaican. One of the Jamaican person that I have had rubbed shoulders with, talk to him a day in, day out, work at the same place, at Tough Gang, work up at the Bob Marley Museum, is Chaplin, Ricky Chaplin. Ricky Chaplin is a tour guide that is still there at the museum. You can go and see him as well at the museum. Ricky Chaplin is still there and can tell you some of the story. He played Marty Maplana in the movie. Muta Baruka, who's a close friend of Marty Maplana, would tell you the life about Marty Maplana and his actions. So he's a part of the movie as well. Muta Baruka is a part of that movie as well. So you can see who would be there to direct these people. Bob Marley's family know Bob Marley more than me and you, right? And so I don't think Bob Marley's family would basically just go and make something that don't make any sense. It just wouldn't add up none at all. Okay? So they would make a movie that wouldn't chronologize what it's supposed to be and the type of people that's supposed to be in it. So persons who are in the movie, like Neville Garrick, he was the man who made the album cover. And again, for those of you who may not know about the Marley moving, the Exodus album, sorry, as it relates to the name of the album. The name of the album was chosen because of first, it's biblical reason. And secondly, the letters on the album cover are basically Amharic letters. Okay? And those Amharic letters are Ethiopian language. Is that from one of the prominent Ethiopian language? Is actually, it means Ethiopia. For those of you who may not know. So, I don't think persons like Neville Garrick, Rita Marley, Ziggy Marley, his sister, his brother Stephen, who is also the musical director for the film, who, in an interview said that he would have to basically go and reshape some of the sounds using movie sounds to bring some of those songs alive, because the way in which they are recorded for studio purpose, they are not there for the movie purpose. Right, so to add in the Dolby Digital sounds, they bringing it into full circle, the surround sound. Because when you're making a song in the studio, like we are sitting in this Overcome studio now, making the song, it's so nice in the studio. Well, when you're to take that same song and to carry it to a movie purpose, it have to be in surround sound quality. Certain things have to come at you. The sounds that the kick drum have to come out. The hi-hats, everything have to be precise. It have to be could. So they wouldn't go and spend time with Paramount Films to make a movie that is not right and is not correct. But for the persons, as I said, that don't understand the history of Bob Marley, there's so much layers in the life of Bob Marley that you can talk about even within that same time. So even though you don't get to see Cindy Breakspeare in the movie, there was a short snippet of her because they acknowledge her presence. There was a part where they acknowledge some part of Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer as well from the early time. Maybe the part that they say they cut out that with Peter Tosh later. Bob Marley and Peter Tosh should have rift at the time, you know, because Chris Blackwell come and change so much things that them didn't agree with over the time and them things. So Bob Marley was on a solo part. Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer had their solo part that was taking place at the time as well. So there's so much layers. So what can happen later on, what this movie has done is basically spark the fire. For those of you who are saying that, but it done abrupt and it done this and it done that as well, it spark a fire for another aspect of Marley movie to take place, that you can learn something else about the history of Marley, right? So that's what it has done. So it finished basically in that era or that time when he came back to Jamaica and did the One Love concert. So it is from the Smile Jamaica concert all the way up to the One Love concert. And as I said, the purpose for that is because of the historical award that Exodus was given and the historical award that One Love was given. So if you're going in expecting to see One Love, the lovey-dovey and the this and the that, no, it's about the revolution. It's about the pain that Bob Marley feel as a human being. It's about the pain that Richard Marley felt as a human being. Trying to get the inspiration to create an album that will captivate the world. You understand? It show you Bob Marley trying to captivate the world, trying to get the message right. You know, the type of musicianship that he used to, where he might tell Carly, the drummer, which is Carlton Barrett, to play the drum a certain way. You know, him go and get a new drummer. Sorry, a new musician or a new guitarist basically, which is Al Anderson, I think it is, to come and play a part of the band, to bring a new American sound to that reggae feel, but still soulful at the same time. So it is about him being depressed, staying in his room for the entire day. It is so much about the human side of Bob Marley. So if you go expecting to see, you know, the ladies in his life and the children, as I say, you're going to be disappointed. The movie is not about that. You understand? And as I said, the people like Neville Garrick is a man with me sit down and talk to about even this period of his life. I am privileged to say that I've had the experience of talking to Neville Garrick about Bob Marley's life. He went also to the Bahamas as well after the shooting, after leaving Strawberry Hill, going to Bahamas. He went to Bahamas, and there's a government at the time, that government at the time in Bahamas blew the cover of Bob Marley, and that's why he had to leave and seek asylum in England at the time. Okay? If you see the video of Bob Marley playing with the children, Could You Be Loved? I think it's that song, or One Love, I think. But I think it's Could You Be Loved, right? You see him playing with the children and think that was the time that this movie is actually showing you. When Bob Marley was in Hyde Park playing football and him getting to a damage. You understand? So that's what the movie is about. So, magical. You can add in your 2 cents from this and make you know what really take place. Make the people know what really take place. Overcome Nation. So, let me tell you from now. Just go check out the movie from my perspective. Me just make you know say it is a good movie. It is historical topics that things about Bob Marley that you may not know. You know, for example, like when it has showed the flashback when him get shot. A lot of people didn't know that Bob Marley actually know the person who shot him, because he said in several interviews that he didn't know the person. But if you read about the life of Bob Marley, he did that to protect a lot of people. Say that he didn't know who shoot him. The images in his mind about Haile Selassie representing his father and stuff like that. So that's the side of him that Ziggy Marley wanted to bring out. That's the side of him that the Paramount Films people want to bring out. So Overcome Nation. This is Meskel giving you his insight on the movie. I watched it at the premiere. I would go and watch it again, possibly before it leaves the theaters. But I would watch it again because of what it means to me as a person who have served in the legacy of Bob Marley, and a person who, you know, like the juicyful stuff about Bob Marley's life as being possibly the most popular Jamaican, right? So, It is me, MSK, as me say, a former tour guide and somebody who know about the history of Bob is imploring you. You can go and watch the movie. And for the youth them, and for people even older than the youth them, because it's not just the youth alone, for people or persons in Jamaica who are saying that the movie don't have what you expect in it, it is for you to go and learn about the history of Bob Marley, and then you will learn to appreciate this more. Because you see the persons who are the fanatics of Bob Marley, I'm telling you, the international public who know the life of Bob Marley, people in Japan, people in Africa and all over the globe, European people who are reggae fanatics and stuff like that, trust me, if this movie was never in its right servitude and its right thing that it should have brought across to them, they would be the first to tell you that it don't make any sense. You understand? So, just go check out the movie, man. Zin, take it from Meskel. Fix Up Life. Magical. Take it away.
Today is not about trending. Today is not about the whole drama. You know, cause you have some ones where trod the earth, yeah, you know, and transition. Yeah, when we are reason about them ones, whole of reverence, you know, and when we are reason about the gang Marley, yeah man, we reason with reverence. So, scale sound, yeah man, give a thanks for the I 2 cents, you know, in the reasoning about the Bob Marley One Love movie. Yeah man, I think the I expound, you know, much, you know, on the topic, you know, and as the repost suggests, where the I Ziggy Marley I say, you know, the movie is all about the human side of the gang. Yeah, it's not so much about the music what the gang sing, you know, but it's the human side, you know, the pain where the eye go through, you know, the injustice where the eye face among the eye own people, you know, and when we say the eye face injustice among the eye own people, you know, the eye was even shot, you know, with a bullet by the eye own people, you know, so the eye had to, you know, go in exile for a while, you know, until the eye decide to come in back from the corner. So, as the report suggests, and as Meskel Sound expound, yeah, the One Love, the Bob Marley One Love movie is more so about the human side of the gang, the human side of Rita Marley, you know? And I think most of the ones them were play the role to make the movie what it is. Do a good job. Yeah. So Magical Fam, Overcome Nation. As I said initially, that this is not so much about what is trending, even though this topic is trending, you know, but this is more so about, you know, expounding more on what the I, Brother Ziggy, you know, expound and make the ones them know that the movie is all about the human side of the gang. Yeah? The I make ones and ones know say, yo. Yeah? People love gang without the eye have to sing the music. You know, and when you listen to the eye music, when you listen to gang music, you can feel the pain in the music. You know, when the eye say one love, you know, it's only a man where go through certain things and forgive ones and ones where hurt I and I. You know, because the eye come sing one love after the eye was hurt by some of his own people. Them. Yeah? When you listen to the song, you can see, say, you know, the eye really has one love. Yeah, man, so for the ones them where don't really know what the movie entails, do some more research, man. Yeah, don't do this for just what is trending and the whole drama. Don't do this just for views and likes, you know, because as I said, when you are reads about ones and ones that tread the earth and the good what them do, you know, for us, you know, through the music or through the human side of them life, when you are reason with about them people, man, you have to give a thanks and hold a reverence. Yeah? So as I said, this is not about the bag of drama. You know, this is about holding a reverence, reasoning about the life of Bob Marley. And I give thanks for the eye them will watch until this far. Yeah, man. Gang Marley. The man will say one love, one heart, you know? Yeah, man. Stay tuned for another Overcome podcast at another time. God bless.